Been a really satisfying Boxing Day for AFC Telford United. They've beaten Alfreton Town 3-0 in National League North this afternoon, and I have manager Gavin Cowan with me. Gavin, I imagine you're immensely pleased with that performance today.
Yeah, absolutely. Full credit to the players. I thought they were absolutely excellent today. We've had a short period of time to work on a game plan for Chester and for Alfreton, but they've trusted me and they've put it into practice. And as quick as I am to say that they've got to do the work over the white line when it's not gone our way, they've gone over the white line today and they've done the work. So it's full credit to them. The players were brilliant today.
Sure. Exactly the same 11 that you picked for Saturday, which I think you acknowledge was more of a defensive effort, but today a very different type of performance.
Yeah, I feel so. Yeah, I felt like we've built some foundations at Chester, or created some foundations, and we built on them today, and that was the team talk really, just to build on those foundations created at Chester. I thought the lads, again, it's a very patient game, very disciplined game that we played, and I thought when the chance presented itself, we were very ruthless, which is something that we've been yearning for quite some time.
Yeah, as you say, that ruthlessness, that cutting edge, but you had that today quite obviously through Ryan Barnett on the right hand side. He made a big difference, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought, Barney's, catches the eye, doesn't he? And that's what he can do. He just has to do it. That word keeps rearing its ugly head. That consistency. Ryan's the same. I spoke to him at half time and during the game, and he's got to be a little bit nastier about making sure the players get the ball to him. Because I said to him, if players aren't giving you the ball, they're taking away your living. And I'm sure he'll play at a higher level, and he needs to be able to do that week in, week out, because that's what he's capable of. And if you're capable of doing it, why shouldn't you? So he has to be a bit more demanding. Has to, I'm sure as he gets older. But time moves on far too quickly, so he doesn't want to be looking behind himself too often. So it's a brilliant performance from him today. And I thought, the lads were great at getting the ball to him and getting round him, and he's created 2 assists and scored 1 himself. So yeah, he was an absolute outlet. I thought Brendan Daniels was brilliant on the other flank as well. So credit to all the players. I thought they were magnificent today.
It's about that. I was about to say that it's about creating that platform, isn't it? That as much as Ryan's gone and done that, the rest of the team have to do what they do in order to give him the opportunity.
Yeah, I felt like my conversation with the lads before the game was I was approaching today like a bit of an away game. We've come under a bit of criticism at home, and rightly so. We haven't been met with the performances, but this is when I spoke last year about how we were going to stick together as a group. It's not only the players that are struggling were struggling to deal with the expectation of created from last year, but I feel like sections of the supporters as well. I feel like they've struggled with the expectation of AFC Telford supposedly being this team that are going to run away with it. We have to also be realists. No one's more ambitious than I am. No one's more on the front foot than me, I like to think. However, we have to also be realistic with the resources that we've got. It's miles behind others, but look, at the end of the day, we don't use that as an excuse. Look at what we've done today, and I believe this set of players can do that. So we've built a foundation, we've created it. I just hope everybody sticks with it and we don't get too emotional with what is a brilliant day today. It's been described as the best performance of the season. I don't think so. I think we've actually played better at times and lost games, but the ruthlessness was there today, the defensive ruthlessness and the attacking ruthlessness in both boxes, and that's how many interviews have we done when we've spoken about that. So look, everybody's struggling to deal with that expectation, but you have to have a little bit of logic and reason and realise that we have to remember where we're at, and that's not to be negative, because last year we realised that but really kicked on. So what we have to do is be supportive of everyone in the club, and try and have more days like today as opposed to previous days where we've not got our rewards or certainly not performed to the levels I expect. So look, it's a brilliant day. I'll never get too excited. Certainly wasn't getting too down last week, so it's important to make sure we keep that equilibrium, but it's certainly foundations and a little bit of building work on top of that now, so hopefully we can go to Gloucester and kick them again.
Sure. And does it give you some optimism that you spoke about that ruthless not being there at times, and we spoke about sort of like defensively as well at times, that you're able to see in individual games that the team can do all those parts of that, and it's just slotting it all together as well?
It comes from the players. It's there's not much that changes. I still feel like myself and my staff are just improving every day, every week, every month. As every game that goes by, I feel like the players are. But it's just sometimes the universe has to align a little bit, and things have to fall for you, and you have to get that rub of the green. And like I just said to Matt Stenson at half time today, you can't work as hard as Harry's worked today and not get rewards. Be ready. And he gets his chance and scores. With great cross from Barney, but an unbelievable finish from Matt. And it's not rocket science. like I said against Leamington, if you're not willing to turn up and work hard and show that desire, you won't be playing at this level in a year, 2 years' time. That is your absolute minimum requirement. You saw that today, and with this group of players, if they bring that, then their quality will tell. Because I believe that we've got some brilliant players, which is magical, really, considering the resources that we've got. Again, I still feel like we're in a very good position, and hopefully it's something that we can build on. But we don't get too excited and we don't get too down. We keep that equilibrium.
It's important to put that hard work in against a Billy Heath team as well, isn't it? Because that's usually what the expectation that you have of them.
I think that's probably one of the biggest compliments today. Like you say, you go up against a Billy Heath team, you got to be ready. And what I loved about it was at half time. I said to the lads, we've got some making up to do to the supporters and the people that come every week and pay their money and stay positive with us. You've got to go out there and reward them. There's no time for complacency. We're behind. We need to catch up. We're playing catch up with ourselves, with our own expectations, let alone the external expectations. So, like you say, it's brilliant to see the players put in such a good shift, and to do it against an Alfreton team with Billy Heaths. You've worked hard. If you're coming out and beating them, you've worked hard. And like I say, as long as we put that minimum requirement in, I believe that we've got the players with the ability to then kick on to the next level.
Okay, that's great, Gavin. Thanks very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.